What's up, Pandas? Peter from Panda here. Hey, I bought myself this Periscope lens. It's actually called the 90-degree lens for mobile phones, and I actually don't think this one is a 90-degree lens. I actually bought two different types, one which looks like a straight-up 90-degree lens, and this one which does not look like 90 degrees to me. It actually looks like it's not 45, but maybe, I don't know, a 60-degree lens. So let's just open it up here. These are kind of interesting. I kind of wanted to check one of these out for a while. And you might say, what good are these lenses? Well, I will tell you what good they are. They are perfect for creepers. People that want to take photos of people without them knowing. And it looks like there's, you know, I would have thought it's like a glass prism, but it appears to be, you know, just periscopic because it's not heavy enough to be like full glass. So it looks like there's a cutout here for your smartphone camera or your iPod Touch or something like that. And then it's held on with this plastic clip. The whole housing here is plastic. Yeah, there are little foam feet on the front, little foam pads to kind of hold it in place, as well as to kind of suspend it a little bit above your camera, as well as, you know, kind of protect the finish of your camera. And then this back is curved, although you can see right there, it looks like there's a mirror that's angled, and then some glass right here on the front. Now, why I don't think it's a 90-degree lens, turn on this iPhone 6 Plus, and we've got the camera right there, so if I were to slip it on like this, you've just got to line up the camera. Now, what's interesting is the camera lens on the iPhone 6 is so far off to the corner, it's actually it might end up being a little difficult to get it centered. And the reason I say that is because I even have a case on here, and so there's like an extra millimeter width there, but you can see the lens sticks out from the case even just a little bit, but fits on there. And this is a hard case, and I seem to have gotten the camera as centered as possible. And that's not great because I can see like lens distortion down at the bottom. So if I push it down here a little further, now I've kind of got it up at the top. So the reality is, I think basically how the lens works is if I keep pushing it down, I'm kind of at the edge there. It's kind of not wide enough to really take full advantage of the field of view of the iPhone, and it looks like I can even see it on the side there a little bit. Now, if you switch it to video, what it does is it kind of zooms in, so you're not using the full amount. So if you were videotaping something, you certainly can get it a little bit better centered. Now, I want to go back to photo here because I can show you that this is not a 90-degree lens, right? In fact, the reason I was more excited about this is because it's not a 90-degree lens. So if I wanted to take a photo of my hand here, I'd have to hold the camera like this, and so you're looking straight down on it. The nice thing is it puts the camera now at a little bit nicer angle for looking at your camera and taking a photo or shooting some video. Now, what's funny is the way I've manipulated this, as far as I can tell, is that camera lens is way, way, way up at the top of the hole, right? So you can see it there. And so I'm a little surprised that that's the best position for it, but you know what? It works, and I've got my stuff here set up on the end of the table, and you can see I can roll it around and get pretty good images. If I wanted to hold it sideways, I'd actually want to change the camera lens and orient it like this. And this is where I was a little worried too, because there's not a lot of real estate on the side here. You can see that the Periscope lens falls off the side a little bit here. On video, it's actually probably going to be a little better, like this. And I can videotape this. Boom, boom, boom. Periscope lens. It's actually really comfortable for me to look at this and videotape something that's out in front of me, right? And so if you were shooting video of your kids or family events, it's certainly nicer than having it way up in front of your face like a helmet cam. But that's kind of up to you. And here's a photo with the Periscope lens attached. And so the last thing I might say is, besides being creepy and being one of those creepsters that's taking photos surreptitiously of people, why would you want a periscope lens like this? Well, one of the reasons is that if you take a lot of video, and so I had nieces and nephews over, and they're really small walking around, you can kind of get the camera down to their level, but without the lens, you're either on your knees or hunching over so that you can get an even shot with them, or you're always shooting down onto them. And so to get a shot at their level, or even up, angled up looking at them, you could benefit from something like this. So if you have kids, particularly small kids, this could be a real lifesaver for you in terms of documenting and shooting video and shooting photos, particular video because of like I said, the size of this lens. The other thing is that if you're taking photos of things that are generally above you, so if you take a lot of shots of buildings and things like that, and you're looking up, instead of kind of holding the camera right above your head and looking straight up like a crazy person, you could also have this. It kind of gives you more upward angle without having to tilt the phone to an uncomfortable position. So, you know, it may not just be for that. You may be taking photos of advertisements, you may be taking photos of large trucks or whatever, but you could certainly, I think, benefit from that. So the last thing I will say is about this 90-degree lens is it does come with a microfiber cloth here to clean it up. It does come with this little like fake velvet pouch so that you can carry it around with you, because it's certainly not something that's going to be convenient to have in a pocket or clipped onto your phone all the time. It's certainly something you're going to want to have in your little everyday carry case and, you know, bust it out when you need it. So I would definitely kind of keep it in your camera bag is where I'd keep it. And the last thing I'll say is it's not super expensive. This thing was actually only about 15 bucks, I think. I'll put a link to it in the description here, so if that you want it, you can certainly pick one up. I'm going to do a review on another 90-degree camera lens, which is actually 90 degrees, and see if that one's kind of provides any different experience. But there it is. Mobile phone, Periscope lens, Peter from Panda, out!